Okay, I'm sitting here about 17 inches of mercury. I've got 3 clamps running. Piece of PVC vinyl siding that's clamped down. I can basically lift the top off of this table. It's not attached to it, but it's just the weight of that. I can lift it off of there, grabbing hold of these things. And anyway, so I took my pump and I put it on a remote control. So I can use this thing right here, hit off. That turns that off, just like an air compressor. I mounted my air compressor up on the wall up there, and I use a hose and bring it down where it's convenient. I just mounted this up there on the wall about 10 minutes ago, and there's my exhaust oil filter on there. But anyway, I put a quick connect right here. I'm going to get another quick connect and do this, or just hook the hose up to it. And I do want it to where I can take it off, so I'll probably leave it a little quick connect and take the valve and put it back over here. For right now, I got it hooked up to there. But anyway, I can reach anywhere in the shop with vacuum hose. So if I want to take it over here to the CNC machine and put something up, I'll be able to reach it, there and put it in there and do that. Or what I've got going on here is I found these, of course, on the web, and a guy named James on the web, Smedley Works or something like that. I've given him some accolades for it. He came up with these 3D printed pods, and they're in Thingiverse to download. And so I took them, I modified them just a hair, and put them together. And then on his site, he has all the links for all the connections and stuff. It'll save you some money if you follow his links, because they're on Amazon. I bought mine at Lowe's locally, so I got about 3 times as much money in hardware because I bought it from Lowe's as versus going to the Amazon getting it. But anyway, I make these little clamps, fixtures. This one here I handle about a 6-inch board, maybe 7-inch board. This one here I handle about a 10-foot or a 12-foot board. Then we go over here to something to handle about 16 inches, and I can have all 6 of these running and still maintain at 15 psi, or not psi, but 15 inches of mercury. And the compressor is over there, so I've got, I don't know what that is, 15 or 25 feet of 1/4-inch nylon, or not nylon, but poly line. And then I've got all these splits and everything. But what's nice about it, when you get this gauge, if you're doing this without the gauge, you're just kind of flying blind. And like right now, I just turned the thing on. This one here is just operating there. I'm gonna push that down there, and we'll just push this one here. That one's open, and we'll push this one out here and push that one open. And you can tell as soon as you got pressure, right there, and you do have to push down on them. And each one of them, you push down on it, and then you get pressure. So right now I'm running 17 inches of mercury. These over here, I don't have anything on them just yet. We could put something on them. Let's put that right there, and this one right here on there, and we'll turn that on. And this particular board right here is leaking like crazy. So let me get a different board. There we go. It did not like that board on there. But anyway, now I got 6 clamps running. I'm running 14 inches of mercury. And this clamp here, I don't have it running. If I did, I'd have twice the strength. I just have it plugged off. So, and we'll turn that off right there just to see what we get. Yeah, that one's plugged. This is some of that frost foam. Works real good for a little plug in your valve. So I'm going to open them up and hit it one more time and try and get all 6 of these fired up. trying to get 6 at one time, fired up, push down, and hold strength. It's quite the process. But if you hold some of them, there we go. So I've got those holding there. These 4 over here, all holding there at 17 psi. I'm going to drop this one in and push down, and then quickly look over there on my gauge, and I'm sitting at 14 psi, and that's with 6 pods running. And yeah, so there you go. And of course, you get a leak, it jumps over here in that. But as soon as you plug that leak, generally if you get them started, they'll hold. And of course, I'm not going to run 6 at a time. I'm just showing you the extent of it. Hopefully you're not going to have to do this. I'm kind of set this up so I can handle different size boards and plug one in and get it to going. I'm going to only use this probably in batch mode, where I'm doing, 15 or something, like a bunch of plaques or something. And you can just route or something like this, and it's not going anywhere. Surface it down, belt sand it, whatever you want to do. Build your jig to go inside your CNC machine, providing you don't go too high. But on these deals here, all I did is just run some carriage bolts, 2 pieces of MDF, or not MDF, but particle board, and clamp. So any of my clamps will fit in there. I put the height in here at 2 inches so that any clamp I have, C-clamp I have, will fit in there clearance wise. So if I just grab whatever kind of clamp, it'll work just fine. And so there you go. And she's just been running. This thing has been running for several hours tonight while I've been out here testing it. And there's the oil filter with the modified cap on it. And we'll see. When I first did that, there you go. All right, well, the filter's working good. My coupler is not as good as it was when I first put it in there. It was tight. I don't know if it's just the plastic. I may have to print with a a nylon plastic, something a little tougher than this cheap PLA. But anyway, it came off of there, and the threads just, I don't know, the heat. I mean, it's warm, that's for sure. So maybe the heat has caused it to do that. I wrapped it with some Teflon tape and put some little bit of pipe dope on it to make up the gap. We'll see what it does. I might have to print that with some nylon so it'll be a little hotter. But anyway, it's trial and error, and just like my compressor up there on the wall, no sense in having it sitting right there next to me where I can hear it. And so we'll just have to see what we can do with it. And I have cords that lay on the ground, so a little 1/4 inch nylon air lines not going to really bother me too much. I'll just have to, if I get to using a lot, I'll bring it in over top and let it dangle like something like that, so I can pull it off of the ceiling and come down. So anyway, there you go.